What happened to your body if you really gave up sugar? I mean, completely for 2 weeks. Let's take a look at that. Number one, you're gonna lose your appetites to sugar because every time you consume sugar, a hormone comes in there and pushes your body sugar down, causing a low blood sugar solution, hypoglycemia to some degree, and that is gone causes you to crave sugar. So by getting rid of sugar, you get rid of the craving for sugar. You're gonna be less hungry. Until you do this, you won't really full now, but I'm telling you, it's the sugar that keeps you hungry all the time. When you give up the sugar, you become lot less hungry because you stabilize your blood sugar, and now your cells can be actually fed. Because when you living on sugar, because it's toxic to the body starts rejecting it. That is called the insulin resistance. So the body is blocking insulin because that controls sugar, and what your body is really trying to do is limit the amount of sugar inside the cell. So the body doesn't consider it's a good thing, it's a bad thing. So when you give up, two things could reverse, and not only can you know observe proper amount of fuel, you will observe nutrition a lot better too, because insulin resistance also blocks nutritions, minerals, vitamins, and that's all one of the function of insulin. When you eating sugar on a regular basis, usually you're gonna be tired after you eat, and that is blood sugar things. But you're gonna find that you are not longer gonna be that tired after you eat. It just means that you now no longer having higher sugar, which basically makes the brain tired. It's normal sugar that knows your brain can be awake. You're gonna lose excessive water and fat for the first week. You're gonna dump a lot of water and some fat, but after that it gonna be more and more fat. You're gonna surprised how much fluid you were retaining. Some people within 1 week can lose about 13 pounds of fluid. They are holding that fluids around, and that can't be healthy for the heart. Of course, you're gonna see your clothes losing, especially on the midsection, your gut, your waist, and one of the best indicator to tell if you're doing too much sugar. If you reduce sugar, the stomach shrinks. If you eat the sugar, your stomach will expand. So you're gonna have other problems, those are associated with low testosterone. So you're gonna have less inflammation, you're gonna have less pain. So what's happening is, all we are doing is we are converting your fuel from sugar to fat. It takes 3 days of cutting down the carbohydrates and the sugar. You may have the worsening of symptoms for 3 days. Guys, anyone can actually handle 3 days, and if you took some vitamin B from nutritional yeast and some potassium, you probably won't have any symptoms. So it's gonna be relatively easy to cellular level. You're building new enzymes to run your body of fat fuel. You have a little mission that are literally changing over to different fuel sources. That's what happening over these 2 weeks. You're getting decreases inflammation in your arteries. That was happening when you get off sugar, less inflammation. It gonna help you in a long run prevent a clot and help reduce the risk of stroke and a heart attack. Also, you will start growing brain cells, because when you reduce sugar, then you run your body into a different sources of fuel called ketones support the growth of nervous cells. You're gonna start dumping some of this fat that's been accumulating in your liver, and you're gonna use that as fuel. So you're on your way to cleaning out the liver, so it's no longer fatty. If you have a large belly, chances are you have a fatty liver. So by doing this, you will reduce the fat inside your liver, and lastly, you're gonna have better kidney function. Take a look at your diabetics. The kidney